I think so. Did you guys have questions ahead of time, or were you just here to observe, or?
I got questions.
Okay.
I did too.
Go ahead, Stan.
We probably help you with those before we start the meeting, we have some time.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
That'd be good. Kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, they're coming for
Yeah,
us.
okay.
For that.
Okay, my name is Gavin Dine. I am part of Troop 174 Boy Scouts, and I have a few questions. So my first one today is, do you guys help change the law by any sort of, or,
You mean city law?
yeah, or like maybe some other places, kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, the council and the mayor set city law. We're the ones that, if somebody wants something changed or whatever, that has to come through the council itself, yeah. And we can-
And then we'll,
Go ahead, Mayor.
I was gonna say that specific to the city of Nekoosa, like for instance, say we wanted to change the speed limit on the street. That would come before the council, and we'd have a discussion about that, and then the committee would recommend it to the council, and then that would get voted on, and if it's approved by the council, then it gets added to the ordinance book.
Okay, thank you. And then my second question is, what do you guys talk about in other meetings?
Well, we have 4 different committees right now. We have Ways and Means, Public Safety, Parks and Recreation, and the Public Works Department.
Right.
Public Works oversees all the city utilities. Public Safety is police and fire and ambulance. Ways and Means is paying of bills, situations like this that we're in right now. And what's the other one? Park and Rec. That covers all of our public land, our parks, walking trails, stuff like that.
Okay, thank you. I have one more question. How does our city taxes help support the city government?
Makes everything possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the city taxes, without the city tax rate coming in, there'd be no parks, there'd be no police department. That's all it's paid for is through the tax base.
And the taxes also allow people that are elected to get compensated for their time, get paid.
Your Department of Public Works people, that's all their wages come out of there. Everything's done on tax base.
Alright, thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Colin Johnson.
Talk loud.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnson. I'm part of Troop 174, and my question is, what kind of decisions do you make?
What kind of,
All kinds.
Don't we make it easier?
All kinds,
Yeah.
Like I said, we just mentioned about changing ordinances, or say, someone that lives in the city, say they have a, problem with their neighbor having too much junk in their yard, it's an eyesore, so that, they come to us to, complain about it, and, we do the research on it and make decisions like that. People might come to us with, say they wanted to have a picnic, a community picnic down in the Riverside Park, for instance. We would direct them to, if there's permits that they have to get, or maybe they want to sell beer or food, there's certain things that they have to follow. Reservations, making sure the date's available, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things, just about anything you can think of, we could, have a discussion on it.
Okay. My name is Sam Boyd. I'm part of Troop 174. My first question is, what do you guys decide during other meetings and stuff? What have you decided in past meetings?
What have we done
Recently.
recently is, well, let's see, we were just, tonight there, you guys were just working on that, a proposed subdivision down on the south end of town, off of Peckham Road, thank you. What else is going on?
Cemetery.
Cemetery stuff going on?
Yeah, that would be a good example of what you asked about as far as laws. It's not necessarily a law, but we made some changes to what can be done at the cemetery as far as like putting things by gravestones and on the cemetery plots. Try to make sure that the things aren't out of hand, like there's a lot of stuff. And some people would like to plant plant bushes and trees, and can't allow that because they obviously get overgrown. So there's, that's one recent thing that we've kind of worked on. So.
Thank you. My second question is, you guys, what do you guys normally talk about in meetings? Like you talk about what laws and stuff, or you talk about like what's gonna happen in the city stuff?
Each committee is assigned different responsibilities. And and I'm gonna fall back on the police department right away. Sean Woods is our chief of police there. Yeah, and anything legal. Like Dan said before, with speed signs and stuff like that, changing that. That's hard to explain. I mean, public works is everything that water, sewer, street upkeep. Lately, they've been taking down a lot of trees. I don't know if you guys have seen that. There's been a lot of trees coming down in town. That was a study that was done last year to eliminate a lot of dead wood and stuff. And we've got money coming in. I believe we have some money coming in yet. It's going to be for planting of new trees and try and re-beautify the park after these dead ones are gone and taken care of. It's a tremendous amount of work, for each department and what they cover. The bike trail, the walking trail up on top of the hill is going to be receiving a brand new bench up there courtesy of the Girl Scouts. And they're going to be building one up there, and little things like that to help keep the town beautiful and just keep it running.
I guess another part of your question too is the four committees that Larry mentioned, the main ones, they meet the first Tuesday of every month. And the only time they don't meet is if there is nothing to discuss, but generally there's always something to discuss, whether it be, buying a new police car or talking about a garbage truck, or maybe sending some firemen to a training, all kinds of things like that. And then the whole council meets on the second Tuesday, and that's where the work that's done in the committees for the suggestions and the recommendations, that's where everything gets approved. So that's kind of like the final stamp of approval for things that are discussed in the committees. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
We might also be overlooking, we have a city attorney actually as well, Mr. Nekoosa, and his colleague is here to help us tonight. So if we make a recommendation, they also provide legal advice for us. Just because we may think it's a good idea, he'll take it back to his office and make sure we're not infringing on people's rights and current laws. And he'll provide his input to help us make our decisions.
Do you guys want a copy of an ordinance? The one we worked on tonight?
My name is Matthew Kohler. Hi, my name is Matthew Kohler. I've been a 174, and my questions are, my first question is, do you volunteer to do this, or do you have this as your job?
We get elected to our positions, all 9 of us, the 8 alder persons plus the mayor. We get elected every 2 years. Somebody's being elected. We do get paid for our meetings, but we only get paid if you show up. So in other words, if you don't come to a meeting, you don't get paid for anything. Except for the mayor, he has a $800 salary, but he's got way more responsibility during the month than the rest of us do. So it's, I believe, $55 for a member. The chairman gets $80.
Right.
And the secretary's 55 or 65.
That's section 5, isn't it?
Yeah,
50, 80, 55 for members, secretary 60.
60 for them, yeah, 60.
And those are just for the members that are on the committee members
Right.
themselves. Like, I went to 2 meetings here that were Public Safety and Park and Rec, I attended, but being I'm not a committee member, I don't get paid. But I still like to sit in on the meetings and keep abreast of what's going on and stay in tune with all the changes that are coming up. So that's free time you give, but it's really not that big a deal.
And the second question is, can you guys pass a law?
Quite a few.
Well,
Sometimes every
generally they're not laws.
ordinance,
Well, like
we call them ordinances.
You pretty much go by, if you wanna say law, most of those are handed down from the state, at the state level. We can adopt what they have as a law. And we can't, if I'm correct, we can't change something that the state says is a law. Yeah, that's a attorney over here. Did I say that correctly?
I'm just taking notes for Nick tonight, so just forget that I'm here.
Oh, you're doing this, we got.
Yeah, no. Well, you just kept looking. I was like, ah.
Yeah, leave me alone. Generally, because they're above us, so we can't generally change what they tell us.
And that was my last question.
Thanks, guys.
My name is Mason Hamilton. I am part of Troop 174, and the question I have is, if someone wants a law, do multiple people come in at a time to want the law, or just one?
Well, we've had many occasions where multiples of people have come in because they don't like an ordinance or they want to see an ordinance changed. And I'm gonna refer to the ordinance word because that's usually, ordinance is like what we call a local law. Laws that we do govern over in the city of Nekoosa. And we've had several times where multiples of people have come in, either for or against a situation, and it's our job to sit back and sort through it and see what's gonna work the best, and then we make our recommendation, and, we try to appease everybody, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But we try and make everybody happy.
A good example of that would be last summer, we had a group of ATV enthusiasts come to the council and propose opening the city streets to let four-wheelers ride on the city streets. So we had several meetings about that and ultimately decided to let that happen. So, that was approved last summer. And that's, I guess that's a good example of how that comes about.
My name is Jarrett Wilcox, and I'm part of Troop 174. I have 3 questions. My first question is, how do you get elected?
I think that's Brian.
Hello?
Hang on a second.
Hey guys.
Hello? We're talking to the scouts. They're asking us some questions right now.
Okay.
So if you want to listen.
2 of our aldermen couldn't make it tonight, so they're doing what's called a phone-in. As long as the rest of us here say yes, it's no problem. They can phone remote in. So that's what's going on.
What was the question?
Yeah.
Getting elected?
Oh,
Could you say that again? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's your question.
How do you get elected?
Okay, it runs in 2-year terms, and I'm one of them up here. I'm one of them up for re-election right now. Myself and each person from 4 wards in the city of Nekoosa. 1 person from each ward, and this time too, it happens to be the mayor's up for re-election this year too. So there's actually 5 of us up for re-election. And if you care to run again, you file papers, which is like, you have to go around and get so many signatures from people in your area, and then you hand them in, and then you get your name on the ballot. And then come voting day, which is April 7th, the voters come in and they make their decision as to who they would like to have representing them.
My second question was, how long is a term, but you just told me, so
Right.
my third question is, what are the responsibilities of the committee?
Depends on the committee that you're on. The Property Recreation Committee, it's basically what it says. That committee takes care of the park system, trails that are in the town. Any sales of land usually go through that, or any adjustments. In fact, there was one tonight that usually goes through Prop and Rec, but sometimes we have to divert some stuff to different meetings because one committee's not meeting. But we're looking at that subdivision down on the south end of town. Public safety is just public safety, fire, police, and ambulance, anything that involves that. What am I missing? Public works. DPW is a public works, they take care of the roads, the streets, the sidewalks. That are garbage, yep, that's another one. Sewer and water, they do that. And then, what I missed? Public works, public safety, ways and means, which is Garrett's. They make sure that all the bills are correct, everybody's paid that's supposed to be paid and not overpaid. We'll go through all that. Mostly that comes through the city clerk, Joe Rush. He gives them the thing and gives them the slips that they have to look over. They sign them to make sure everything's good. And then there's smaller things that are going on that it's divvied off to different committees. But that's basically how it works.
Thank you. We are also working on our merit badge citizenship in the community.
How can we help you?
That is why we're here tonight.
Okay.
We had to, gather here to get one of the requirements done.
Excellent. You guys did, you know, if you're done yet, you're more than welcome to speak on, but you guys did a great job. I like it, very, very respectful. Good questions, very good questions.
Are you guys staying for the meeting then? It's
We
probably another
appreciate
15
the opportunity
Probably
to
another
be able
15 minutes
to
if you
attend.
wanna stay for the meeting.
It's an open meeting, and people think
stay,
they're closed, but everything is open unless there is a section tonight. We will have a section of closed session, but that's at the end of our meeting. But all meetings are open, anybody can attend, it doesn't have to be a Nekoosa resident. Anybody can show up at any time. We used to have Mr., from high school teacher, our teacher, Mr. Scheider, Don Scheider, he used to bring in classes once a month, he'd bring a class in history, thank you. And we do that once a month. He retired, and then, I don't know, it went away for whatever reason. It was great. So you're more than welcome anytime you want to come in. I know it's not the hottest subject to go on. Go ahead.
What's his final name again?
His name?
Yeah, his final name.
His Tom Scheider? Mr. Scheider?
Yeah,
Scheider, okay,
He's
never mind. I thought
He's
you were
been
talking
retired,
about
yeah.
a
he
sixth
was
grade
a high
teacher.
school history teacher.
I thought you were talking about a sixth grade teacher from now
Oh.
to the AMS.
Sure.
Yeah, and I don't know that one. I've been out of school a little bit longer than that, so I don't know if I know any of the deans over there. Quit laughing, Joe, you've been out as long as I have.
So yeah, you're welcome to stay. It'll be another probably 15 minutes or so if you wanna see kind of how the meeting runs, the regular council meeting. It's up to you.
If it's okay with you guys, we'd love to stay for the 15 minutes. And
Okay.
Jared actually called Adam and talked to him and got some of the details. And
Yes,
we appreciate the opportunity to be able
Oh,
to
absolutely.
attend.
we absolutely love this. This is great. Here we go.
Okay, it is 7 o'clock, second Tuesday of the month. It's the date and time set aside for the regular meeting of the Nekoosa Common Council. Quick roll call vote, please.
Larry?
Here.
Brian?
Here.
Adam?
Here.
Dan?
Here.
Curtis?
Here.
Brad?
Here.
Here?
Here.
Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the previous common council minutes.
So moved. Second?
Motion is second to approve the previous common council minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second to approve the treasurer's report. All in favor?
Aye.
We do have citizens forum. Is there anyone that would like to speak? You guys already had your say, so we'll move on to committee reports. First committee report is Ways and Means. Chairman Coon.
Ways and Means had one meeting to report. I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Motion is second to accept the minutes of the Ways and Means Committee report. All in favor?
Aye.
The Ways and Means Committee meeting was held on Tuesday, March 10th, 2020 at 5:30 p.m. in the council chambers at City Hall. Members present were Garrett Kuhn, Adam Beering, Dan Downing, and Larry Krupsack. Also in attendance were Mayor Dan Carlson, Rick Schmidt from the DPW, and Police Chief Sean Woods. Number one, we audited a bill list. Number two, a recommend approval of 2 license applicants. Both licenses are for obtaining a beverage operator's license for GPM. First of which was Jasmine Stevnitz Nesty, and the other is Melissa Stremkowski. Number 3, we recommend approval for a $5,000 donation to the Nekoosa Walleye Days organization for our 2020 event. And number 4, we discussed with Kurt and Gary from Beerbicker in regards to phase 2 of the Nekoosa housing study. Recommend for adoption items 2, 3.
Second.
Motion is second to adopt items 2 and 3 of the Ways and Means Committee report. Roll call vote, please. Larry?
Yeah.
Donnie?
Yes.
Bretta?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Beering?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Coon?
Yes.
Next committee report is Public Works. Chairman Krupsack.
Public Works has one meeting to report on. I move to have the minutes accepted as printed.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the Public Works Committee minutes. All in favor?
Aye. To the Honorable Mayor and members of the Nekoosa Common Council, Public Works Committee meeting was held on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020 at 5 p.m. in the Nekoosa Council chambers. Members present were Larry Krupsack, Curtis Bretta, Garrett Kuhn, and Adam Beering. Also in attendance were Mayor Dan Carlson, Dan Downey, Rick Schmidt from the DPW, Fire Chief Mike Harchie, Assistant Fire Chief Dave Reinschmidt, Bill Caberly Jr., Chief of Police Sean Woods, Brian Krupsack, and Joe Kaiser. Item 1, recommend renaming the 100 block of North Street to Ward Street. Item 2, recommend adopting the amendment to Chapter 15 of the city's municipal code pertaining to the Riverside Cemetery ordinance. Item 3, recommend allowing public works employees to join the Nekoosa Fire Department. Item 4, recommend approving MSA complete the Alexander Avenue preliminary design at a cost of $15,950 to be reimbursed by the Nekoosa Port Edward State Bank. Item 5, recommend Riverside Cemetery water line replacement at a cost of $3,031.50. Item 6, recommend the purchase of a GPS handheld mapping device at a cost of approximately $7,550. Item 7, recommend purchase of Herco water valve and vacuum trailer at a cost of $45,250. Item 8, recommend summer interns starting wage be raised to $11 per hour and sent to Wage and Salary Committee for approval. Item 9, recommend approval MSA complete the City Hall sidewalk entrance and parking lot design at a cost of approximately $3,400. Item 10, recommend the mayor sign the Wisconsin DOT maintenance and financial agreement. Item 11, recommend mayor sign the right-of-way temporary easements agreement. Number 12, recommend the purchase of Bobcat Zero Steer from Dorsch Distributing at approximately $5,370. That does include the trade-in of the old one, which I believe we get like $3,000 for, $3,000. Item 13, discuss public works job descriptions. Item 14, discuss the dump station for campers. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Yes, I have a question, I gotta find it again. For the summer interns, $11 an hour, why are we sending it to wage and salary? I have no problem.
We didn't know the right way to go about this, to tell you the truth,
Yeah.
if it had to go through wage and salary or not.
Rick called me on it. I figure it this way, guys, why spend $250 to do something we're gonna do tonight?
No
Unless
problem with it.
somebody has a problem, I don't mind striking that last part and just leaving it go and having it done. We need to raise the wage. They can go to McDonald's or whatever and get the same wage. We need kids that we can count on, so.
Yeah, the only reason I brought it up is we didn't go through proper channel.
And I have no, and as chairman, I have no problem with it unless the mayor or somebody else disagrees. I say just, let it go and do it.
And the final discussion was, do we have to go through wage and salary?
Right.
We didn't know.
And Rick and I talked about it.
You weren't there.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
know
your
I
fault.
was.
We can ask Nick.
You really didn't want me here, believe me.
Yeah, we can also ask Nick when he's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, if no other questions, I move to adopt items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve items 1 through 12 on the Public Works Committee report. Roll call vote, please.
Buren,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Freda,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Next committee report is Public Safety, Chairman Hamilton.
Public Safety had 2 meetings this month. Move to adopt both the minutes as presented.
Second. Motion and a second to adopt the minutes of the Public Safety meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The Honorable Mayor and members of the Nekoosa Common Council. Public Safety Committee meeting was held on Tuesday, March 2nd, 2020 at 5:15 in the Nekoosa Council chambers. Members present were Brad Hamilton, Curtis Breda, and Brian Krupsack. Also in attendance were Mayor Dan Carlson, Joe Kaiser, Jennifer Duckrow, and Catherine Jason. Item 1, motion by Brian Krupsack, second by Curtis Breda to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.851C to interview candidates for ambulance chief. Hamilton, yes. Breda, yes. Krupsack, yes. Motion carried. Item 2, motion by Brian Krupsack, second by Curtis Breda to go into open session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.852 to make possible recommendations to the mayor on matters discussed in closed session. Hamilton, yes. Breda, yes. And Krupsack, yes. Motion carried. Item 3, Public Safety Committee makes a recommendation to the mayor to appoint Joseph Kirschmer, and apologize for that one, as chief of the ambulance department. I move to adopt item 3.
Second.
Motion and a second to adopt item 3 of the Public Safety Committee report. Roll call vote, please.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Buren,
Yes.
Freda,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes. The Honorable Mayor and members of the Nekoosa Common Council, Public Safety Committee meeting was held on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020 at 6:30 PM in the Nekoosa Council chambers. Members present were Garrett Kuhn, Curtis Breda, Ryan Krupsack, and Adam Beering. Also in attendance were Mayor Dan Carlson, Rick Schmidt of the DPW, Fire Chief Mike Archie, Assistant Fire Chief Dave Reinschmidt, Ambulance Chief Kent Moody, Chief of Police Sean Woods, Terry Whitmore, Brian Mahan, and Andrew Bird. Item 1, discuss ambulance chief position. Item 2, recommend hiring the following new ambulance personnel: Jacob Steinhoff, Sarah Smazel, Tom Buff, and Rick Craddock. Item 3, recommend accepting the resignation of Pamela Jackson from the ambulance department. Item 4, recommend 1 police officer attend Glock pistol armor operator course at Fox Valley Technical College, May 5 through 7 as per contract. Item 5, recommend 1 police officer attend handgun and rifle instructor training at Wisconsin State Patrol Academy, July 20th through the 28th, 2020 as per contract. Any questions?
Brad, on 3, we talked, are we gonna put Dawn Carlson
From,
from Town of Saratoga?
yeah, Don Carlson recently asked to resign from the, this would be, we have 2 Don Carlsons, and we have 2 Don Carlsons with the exact same middle name, so it's kind of hard. So this is one from the Rome area. She, due to things that are happening, she asked to resign from the department. The chief called me up, asked me about it, and I said, that's fine, just we gotta do it, so that if it's all right with me, I'd like to add that name to the resignation.
Yep.
All right? So that's who we also had to, Pam Jackson and Dawn Carlson, item 3. I move to adopt items 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Second.
Motion is second to adopt items 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Public Safety Committee report. Roll call vote, please.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Downey,
Yes.
Freda.
Yes.
Next committee report is Property, Recreation, and Human Affairs. Brian, do you want me to have somebody here read those?
I've got them in front of me.
Okay, then go ahead.
Property, Recreation, and Human Affairs has one meeting to present. I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion is second to accept the minutes of the Property, Recreation, and Human Affairs meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
To the Honorable Mayor and members of the Nekoosa Common Council, a Property, Recreation, and Human Affairs Committee meeting was held on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020 at 4 p.m. in the Nekoosa Council chambers. Members present were Brian Krupsack, Chairman, Adam Beering, Secretary, Garrett Kuhn, and Dan Downing. Also in attendance were Mayor Dan Carlson, Larry Krupsack, Curtis Bretta, Pat Rashevsky, Brian Mahan, Terry Whitmore, and Police Chief Sean Woods. Number 1, discuss the latest revisions to the Nekoosa School District referendum. 2, discuss potential requests to purchase lot number 14 in Lynn Creek Estates. 3, recommend allowing local Girl Scout Troop 6337 to create a bench structure on the Lynn Creek Nature Trail. I make a motion to accept number 3.
Second.
Motion is second to adopt item 3 of the Property, Recreation, and Human Affairs Committee minutes. Roll call vote, please.
Downey,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Freda,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Moving on, the next item is old business. Is there any old business that needs to come before the council? Hearing none, on to new business. First item is the police chief, or excuse me, ambulance chief appointment by the mayor. Joe Kirchmeyer. I would like to appoint you as the new ambulance chief of the city of Nekoosa.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve Joe Kirchmeyer as the ambulance chief of the city of Nekoosa. We have a roll call vote, please.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Freda,
Yes.
Downey.
Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next item, I'd entertain a motion to adopt ordinance 604, which amends the municipal code regarding the regulations of the cemetery.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second to adopt ordinance 604. We have a roll call vote, please.
Brian,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Freda,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Downey,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Next item on the agenda, I would entertain a motion to adopt the various monthly reports.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second to adopt the various monthly reports. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on, approval of the claims, Mr. Rush.
Somewhere in here, isn't it?
Item 9.
Put it on you.
Council 455. Camera 30. Mayor 800. Airport Commission 110. Property rec, 250. Public safety, 445. Public works, 250. Ways and means, 250. And then we had the three bill lists.
Move to approve the bills as presented.
Second. Motion and second to approve payment of the bills. We have a roll call vote, please.
Bretta?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Fearing?
Yes.
The next item on the agenda, are there any other issues as provided by law that need to come before the council? All right, with seeing none, moving on, we are going to have a closed session of the council, so anybody that's not in attendance should be excused.
Make a motion to go into closed session. Second.
Should I read it?
Yes.
All right, the motion for the council to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851E regarding possible business moving into the city business park. Okay, roll call vote, please.
Brian?
Yes.
Bretta?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Fearing?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, thank you.